In the far north of Tanzania, nestled within the vast expanse of the Great Rift Valley, lies a body of water unlike any other on our planet. This is Lake Natron. It is not the gentle blue lake one might picture, but a startling, otherworldly landscape painted in shades of deep red and fiery orange. Its shores are not lined with lush green trees, but with stark white salt crusts that crunch underfoot like freshly fallen snow. This extraordinary place is a testament to the raw and sometimes brutal power of nature, a world shaped by volcanic activity and an extreme climate that few creatures can endure. It sits in the shadow of Old Doinyo Lengai, an active volcano whose unique ash helps create the lake's strange and wonderful chemistry. The most striking feature of Lake Natron is, without a doubt, its remarkable color. The water shimmers with a crimson hue, looking more like a giant pool of wine than a lake. This incredible color is not caused by pollution or some man-made dye. Instead, it is the work of countless microscopic organisms. Tiny, salt-loving algae and bacteria, known as halophiles, thrive in these intensely salty waters. When the sun beats down and the water level drops, these microorganisms go into overdrive, producing red pigments that protect them from the harsh sunlight. This biological bloom transforms the entire lake into a breathtaking, vibrant spectacle, a red mirror reflecting the African sky. The water itself is a bizarre and potent brew. It is what we call a soda lake, meaning it is extremely alkaline. Its pH can be as high as 10.5, which is almost as alkaline as household ammonia. This is due to the high concentration of sodium carbonate and other minerals that leach into the lake from the surrounding volcanic soils. The name natron itself comes from a naturally occurring compound of sodium carbonate decahydrate, which was once used by the ancient Egyptians for mummification. The water can also reach scorching temperatures, sometimes climbing to over 40 degrees Celsius, or 104 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a truly inhospitable environment for most forms of life. This unique combination of high salinity, extreme alkalinity, and high temperatures creates one of the most caustic bodies of water on Earth. It is a place of contradictions where immense beauty is born from deadly conditions. The landscape surrounding the lake is equally dramatic, a semi-arid region of scrubland and volcanic rock, sculpted by wind and time. To visit Lake Natron is to feel as though you have stepped onto another planet, a place where the familiar rules of nature have been rewritten. It is a powerful reminder of the incredible diversity and resilience of life in the most unexpected corners of our world. There are stories whispered and shared about Lake Natron that sound like something from an ancient myth. Legends tell of a lake so deadly that any bird or animal that dares to touch its water is instantly turned to stone, preserved forever in a lifelike pose. Photographs have circulated showing calcified birds and bats, their bodies hardened and white, washed up on the shoreline like haunting statues. These eerie figures seem to confirm the lake's reputation as a petrifying pool, a place where life is frozen in time. It is a chilling and captivating idea, one that adds to the lake's mysterious and dangerous allure. But of course, nature often has a scientific explanation for even the most fantastical tales. Animals do not simply turn to stone the moment they touch the water. The truth is connected to the lake's highly reflective surface. The calm, mirror-like water can confuse birds, especially those unfamiliar with the area, causing them to misjudge their flight and crash into the lake. Unable to escape the thick, caustic water, they tragically perish. The real mummification process happens after death, not before. It is a natural consequence of the lake's unique chemical composition, not a magical curse. The process of calcification is a slow and natural one. The water of Lake Natron is rich in sodium carbonate, the very same substance used in ancient Egyptian mummification. When an animal dies and falls into the lake, these minerals begin to encrust its body. Over time, the soft tissues decay, but the sodium carbonate acts as a remarkable preservative, hardening the feathers, skin, and bones. This creates a detailed, stone-like cast of the creature. These perfectly preserved specimens are then washed ashore by the wind and waves, creating the haunting collection of statues that has fueled the myths and legends. So while the lake does not possess a supernatural power to turn living things to stone, its chemical nature does create these incredibly preserved remains. These calcified creatures are not victims of a magical spell, but rather a stark illustration of the lake's extreme environment. They serve as a powerful and visible warning of the water's unforgiving nature. The science behind the phenomenon is, in its own way, just as fascinating as the myth it debunks. It is a natural process of preservation, showcasing the strange and wonderful chemistry at work in this one-of-a-kind ecosystem. In a place that seems so hostile to life, one might expect to find a barren wasteland. Yet Lake Natron is, astonishingly, a cradle of life for one particular creature. It is the single most important breeding ground in the world for the lesser flamingo. Every year, millions of these elegant birds travel across Africa to gather here. From the air, their vast congregations look like a shimmering pink blanket spread across the crimson waters. They transform this harsh landscape into a vibrant and noisy metropolis of flamingos, creating one of nature's most spectacular gatherings. It is a true marvel of adaptation. The question, of course, is why? Why would these birds choose such a seemingly dangerous place to raise their young? The answer lies in the very things that make the lake so deadly to others. The caustic, alkaline water keeps most predators at bay. Crocodiles, large fish, and mammals cannot survive in the lake, meaning the flamingos can build their nests and raise their chicks in relative safety. The isolation and danger provide a perfect protected nursery. The birds have evolved to withstand conditions that would kill other animals, with tough, scaly skin on their legs to prevent burns from the alkaline water. The flamingos also come here for the abundant food source. The same microscopic algae that give the lake its red color are the primary food for these birds. Using their specialized upside-down beaks, they filter feed on the spirulina algae, which is packed with nutrients and pigments called carotenoids. It is these pigments that give the flamingos their brilliant pink feathers. In essence, the birds are colored by their diet, wearing the vibrant hues of the lake itself. They have found a way to turn the lake's unique chemistry to their advantage, thriving on a food source that few others can access. During the breeding season, the flamingos build incredible nests. They use the mud from the lakebed to construct tall, cone-shaped mounds that rise above the water level. These muddy towers protect the single egg in each nest from the scorching heat of the salt flats and the corrosive water below. The parents take turns incubating the egg, standing guard in the shimmering heat. When the chicks hatch, they are covered in soft gray down and gather in large groups called creches, watched over by a few adult birds. It is a remarkable strategy for survival, a testament to the power of evolution in shaping life to fit even the most extreme environments on our planet. Lake Natron is more than just a scientific curiosity or a scenic wonder, it is a critically important ecosystem. Its role as the primary breeding site for the world's lesser flamingos makes its protection a matter of global concern. The survival of this species is intricately linked to the health of this single lake. Any significant change to the lake's delicate chemical balance or water levels could have catastrophic consequences for these birds. It is a fragile paradise, a unique habitat that supports a massive population of a single iconic species, highlighting the delicate interconnections that exist within the natural world. However, this extraordinary landscape faces threats from human activity. There have been proposals to build industrial plants near the lake to mine its rich deposits of sodium carbonate, or soda ash. While this resource is valuable for making things like glass and detergents, large-scale mining operations would be devastating. It would require diverting water from the rivers that feed the lake, altering its salinity and depth. The industrial activity would also bring pollution and disturbance to an area that has remained pristine for millennia, disrupting the peace and safety that the flamingos depend upon for breeding. The future of Lake Natron, therefore, hangs in a delicate balance. It is a conflict between the needs of industry and the preservation of a unique natural wonder. Conservation organizations and local communities, particularly the Maasai people who have lived in this region for centuries, are working to protect the lake. They understand its value not just for wildlife, but as a source of cultural heritage and a potential site for responsible ecotourism. By promoting tourism that respects the environment, they hope to create a sustainable economy that provides an alternative to destructive industrial projects, ensuring the lake is valued for its natural beauty. Protecting Lake Natron is a responsibility that extends to all of us. We can help by supporting conservation efforts, and by making conscious choices to promote sustainable development around the world. Spreading awareness about this incredible place and the threats it faces is a crucial first step. By understanding its importance, we can encourage actions that ensure its survival for generations to come. The crimson waters of Lake Natron must remain a safe haven for its flamingo inhabitants, and a symbol of nature's strange and beautiful power, a precious jewel in the crown of our planet.